Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is November the 5th, 2024, and we're going to be digging out the dahlia tubers here. Now these were the seedlings that I started earlier this year, and they've had some frost. You can see here most of them have, their foliage is completely gone on them from the frost. So I have my shovels and my pruners here. Now we haven't had rain for a while, so the soil is nice and dry. So when I take these out, I'm not going to have to worry about putting them out to actually let the tubers dry on them. I'm just going to be able to take them out and store them then. So I don't actually have a spot to set the camera up at, so I'm going to hold the camera and do the best I can here for digging these out. So this is a dwarf double mixed dahlia here. I'm going to try and keep these separate based on the variety that they are. Figure out here which way it went. Yeah. That's a rock there, or a piece of bark. And get this out here. Whoops. Went over that way. A larger shovel would work better, but I'm showing you how to take these out. So I'm working with what I have here, so I can show you this here. Because I don't have anybody right now to hold the camera. And they're calling for rain tomorrow, so Nigella seedling. And these have produced tubers. Now you can take a paintbrush over these to get the excess soil off if you choose to. And yeah, this was a first year for these. So we're going to take the pruners here, and I'm going to cut this right there. There we go. And I'm going to take this in the tag and lay it off to the side here. So I'm working on getting some of the extra soil off here. Some people actually wash their dahlia tubers off. I personally do not recommend doing that because it can rot them. I just prefer to try and get some of the soil off. Like I said, you can take a paintbrush to them to get the excess off, and then I store them. On to the next one here. Actually, we're going to get this little one out here. This in here is another dwarf double mixed dahlia here. So we're going to take this one out. This is a smaller one, and I just want to see how large of the tubers it produced, because it is a smaller plant. I can tell that just by and again, it still has nice tubers on it for being the first year that it grew. So we're going to get some more of these out here. And starting your own dahlias from seed is a great way to get your dahlias and save money, because dahlias are pretty expensive to buy. So I think I paid like $11 for all the seeds that I got. I didn't plant all of them. And I think I have around, I'm trying to think, if I recall right, it was like 80 some seedlings that I gotten out of it. And we did actually collect some seeds off of one of the dahlias here, and I do have a video on my channel for how to collect dahlias from seed. I'm not exactly sure which variety it came off of. Some of them have tags, some of them don't. I'm thinking that they were planted together as like a group, so I'm going to try and like figure that out. But as long as you pay attention to the seed packets for what you're buying, you can grow some really nice dahlias from seed for your cut flower farm. And what some people do is they actually take their dahlias, they purposely collect the seeds off of them, and then they go ahead and they plant them. And that's how you're getting some of these new name varieties. And what they're doing then is they're selling the tubers from the ones that they select out from the seedlings that they grow. When they see them bloom and they see their growth habits, they name them. And that's how you're getting some of these new varieties. And then they're selling the tubers. I know that you do have to, for some states, I don't know how it is in all of them, but I know like for Pennsylvania, you have to have a license to be able to sell your tubers and your seeds. So that's something that you would have to check into with your Department of Agriculture. So I'm going to finish digging these out here. This caught my attention back here. This is a spent bloom here, and we have viable dahlia seeds in there. And your dahlia seeds are right here. And there's here and over here. So I'm going to put this where I can collect the seeds out of it then. It's from back in there somewhere. I don't see a tag. I'm not sure which variety was back there. But yeah, this caught my attention. We have good dahlia seeds in there. What are you doing? We're supposed to be digging dahlias. What are you doing? Huh? Mikey, did you want to help? Mikey. Are you done helping? Huh? Are you done helping? Are you done? So this spot's empty here. I still have the ones in the containers to get out here. But you can see the tubers here. Now some of these are smaller. And I do have them laying out some in the sun to dry. Even though the soil wasn't wet, it was like damp and cold. So I just wanted them to dry a little bit. So I have them laying out in the sun some for them to dry. You can see some here. I tried to sort out the ones that I could figure out what they actually were. And then these over here, that's the unknown pile there. So they're just going to kind of get planted, and we'll figure them out as they start blooming then. But these are some really nice tubers on these. Now the ones in the containers here, I'm curious for how large those are going to be. And I'm just going to dump them out on that pile over there and take the tubers out from that. I did go and get the larger shovel, and that did work much better for me, but I couldn't use the larger shovel on camera to show getting them out. So for storing these, I'm going to be putting mine, you can store them in cardboard boxes. You can store them in paper bags. You can also choose to store them in some of your potting mix. Now, I'm not a big fan of putting them in the plastic bags that I've seen them come in with potting mix in, because they can rot and mold in there and you can have some different issues. I'm more of a fan of either using cardboard boxes or using paper bags. So these are going to be going in cardboard boxes for me. Now you can store them in a cool, dark location. You can choose to store them in a root cellar, providing that wherever you put them, you have them where rodents can't get to them, and you have where they will stay dry, because you don't want them getting wet, because you can create like mold and the tubers can rot. And we don't want to have any of those issues there. You could probably also put them in like a cooler if you had it climate controlled. So those are just a few options there. You do kind of want to check on them when they're in storage. Make sure that they're not dehydrating and drying out. If you have some that are really small, you can put them in some potting mix to try and keep like some moisture in them so they don't dry out overly quick. So I'm going to be getting these collected up here. And I'm very pleased with how well these did. And these are going to be getting planted next year. Probably going to start them in the greenhouse in containers and then plant them out when the weather warms up. I'm gardening in Pennsylvania in Zone 5B. So these are not winter hardy in my growing zone and my growing climate. I do have videos on my channel for how to start dahlias from seed. I have videos on my channel for how to start dahlia tubers. Seed saving is on there as well. Believe I have some care tips on there, transplanting, different things. So I'll put some links at the end of this video that you can check out. Now this one here is a smaller one here. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little notification button that tells I put a new video on. Thank yous for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!